Welcome back. It's been a while. I think it's been at least maybe a little under a month, if not a month, since I made a video. So I'm not sick anymore. I'm back to more or less full health, and I'm sure you can tell already that I've made a little bit of progress in Cyberpunk. I still haven't really progressed the main story, in all honesty with you. I've mainly just been doing side quests because they're pretty fun, like the side gigs and stuff. But today I actually did have a topic, and this came to me recently because how do I put this? I needed math help, right? And I have this group chat with a bunch of these kids that are all like in the same like college group. So I'm in a early college program, and we made this group. Originally just me and my like four friends that were in there made this group, and then eventually it kind of grew for reasons I'm not going to get into. But let me cut to the chase. My ex is in that group, right? Like my ex is in there with me, and she's in the same math class. Now I didn't directly ask her. I just kind of asked, like generally speaking. But Snapchat kind of allows you to see who saw your messages, right? And maybe she just didn't do it, or she didn't know the answer. But I asked a question about math. I knew she saw it, and then she didn't say anything. Right, and I guess that's not necessarily an issue, right? But it did kind of make me think like, what did I do to make her this mad? You know what I mean? Like it's not mad. I don't know. I don't really know what the word is, but my point is, I think there's a stigmatism um in the current world that you have to dislike your ex, or you have to be distant from your ex. And I'm not saying you necessarily have to be friends with your ex per se. I'm definitely not saying that. I don't think I would ever be friends with her. Not because I think she's a bad person or anything. Just, you know, there's a history there and it just kind of feels weird. There's definitely people who are more mature than me who can. But, like, sometime in the recent months, I kind of realized that you really don't have to dislike your ex, right? Like, for a while, I definitely held grudges against her, where I was like, I actively don't like this person. I think she sucks, or she broke my heart or whatever. And then you come to the realization over time that you had your faults in that relationship, and so did she. It's not necessarily either of your faults that the relationship ended. At least in our case, there are definitely cases where the one person is definitely more at fault than another. But at least in the case in our relationship, I genuinely don't think anyone was um, at fault any more than another person was. And maybe she'd say otherwise. Uh, I really haven't talked to her about it for obvious reasons, but uh, I do wonder what her perspective on that. But anyway, I don't think it's either of our faults. We both did things that weren't particularly great. One thing that comes to mind is I was very, very insecure in my relationship. She was my first girlfriend as well, so
Everything
you
is
know.
ready. I am sending you coordinates. Join me as quickly as you can.
So where was I? I forgot. I was doing this gig, man. Let me do this gig and I'll come get you. But I was very insecure, and she was my first relationship. I had not come into my own yet. I was very quiet. I was very quiet, kind of closed off, and just generally very insecure. Like it would peer through all the time. Like I would, and as much as I hate to admit this, I was one of those people that would be like, I need to see your social media. Let me look at your phone. Give me the password to your phone. Now, I just want to make it clear, these are all things that are fine. I do think having access to your partner's phone is perfectly fine to an extent. Let me explain. In the sense that having access to your partner's phone is perfectly okay within the confines of that it's not because you want to be controlling. Like my current girlfriend, I have access to her phone, she has access to mine. She can look through my phone whenever she wants. I don't care. But the difference is that I have the option to look through my current girlfriend's phone, and before it was more like a requirement. I needed to look through her phone. I needed to know that she wasn't messaging other guys or whatever. And I think that definitely put a strain on the relationship. I think especially um, for her to have somebody sitting there over your shoulder, essentially just freaking out over every little thing, is pretty fucking stupid. Um, like nowadays, if that were to happen to me with like a current relationship, I would definitely be a little upset. Be like, why don't you trust me? And realistically, though there were a few things that definitely pushed me to not trust her as much, I don't think it was the things she did were so extreme for me to like completely disregard um, my trust in her. And I do feel bad about that. I can only hope that with her current boyfriend that she's happier now than she was with me. Because, like I said, I was definitely a controlling boyfriend, and I do feel for that. Now, I don't want this video to be mistaken as like, um, how do I, trying to get back together with her. Because I'm sure some people are thinking that to some extent, like, oh, this is a plead to come back. No, I don't think we would work out. Like, okay, there were things that did not work between us, and things that of course we could have done better, but I think in the end our personalities still didn't mesh very well. And again, I do feel bad for that, but I can't inherently control that. You know what I mean? Like, no matter how much you like a person, there's no amount of liking that can make different personalities mesh, if that makes sense. Like, opposites attract, but at some point, you know, there's going to be some jagged pieces to the puzzle that just don't quite fit. Um, like it might look like it'll fit, but then it doesn't. Like with a puzzle, I don't know. I'm trying to use an analogy here to explain what I'm thinking, but uh, suppose I'm not very good at analogies. um, but and that's just kind of how I view it, I guess. I just don't think people need to hate on their exes. In the case of my relationship, I mean, and I don't mean like dating relationship. I just mean relationship. I was relationship as a general term, like just like relations. Just to be clear, I'm going on like a lot of side tangents. I'm trying to keep it main focus on what I'm trying to talk about, but there's a lot of people that I know that seem to dislike their exes so much as to smack talk them, and I can only think like, is it genuinely a valid reason to hate on these people? You know what I mean? Or not? Hate's a strong word. To dislike their ex. I mean, maybe in some cases they do hate their ex, but I think it's just because we associate the heartbreak so much with the people we're talking about. Like, I feel like the feeling of heartbreak and the feelings towards any given person should be separate. Because, well, they are. A person could break up with you in the nicest way possible, but there's no way that you're not gonna hurt. That's the truth of it. Um, and I think that's a difficult truth to swallow. Because I think disliking your ex is part of the healing process, in the sense that it's easier to get over someone if you feel like you dislike them. You know what I mean? Like, if you like a person, it's harder to get over them because, well, you like them. You want to continue to like them. So it's difficult to just, suddenly feel like, okay, I can't be with this person. how do I fix that? It's difficult to still enjoy their company, still be friends with them, and get over them. And I think that's where my uh, animosity towards her initially came from, was I need to get over her. So how do I do it? Let's go no contact in borderline. As strong as this word is, I feel like it's fitting for the situation to borderline hate her. And I've done this a lot with with like past crushes and such that I've asked. That's not true. I've done it before with people that I've liked and wasn't able to uh like pursue a future with, where I would like tell myself that I really dislike this person. And in some cases it's somewhat justified. I do feel like some of it was perfectly is that him? Perfectly reasonable to dislike them in the situation, but not to the extent that I did, if that makes sense. In the case of my ex, I think I definitely disliked her more than I really should have. But like I said, when you're young and dumb, you just have a lot of immaturity, and like I said, it's just easier to hate a person than to try to be friends with them when you know you can't be with them. But like I said, I wouldn't change a thing. I still don't think we would have worked out. Personality wise, it just didn't mesh, and that's okay. Um, Trying to think if I want to talk about anything else. I think I'll just finish this mission. Just talk about the mission from here, rather than continuing to talk about the topic. Because I think at this point I'd just be repeating myself. But yeah, this is kind of what I wanted the videos to be more of. I mean, I initially, when I did make that first like hour-long cyberpunk video, I did want it to be more story-based, like I'm just me playing through the story. But as I thought about it more, I think I just wanted, I just kind of wanted a place to talk about whatever it is I felt like talking about, and I guess today that was it. And it just so happened that the group chat math thing kind of helped me segue into what I wanted to say. Can I? There we go. But so far, I'm really enjoying the game. I mean, it's really fun to just kind of chillax to, as brutal as it gets sometimes. Can I have the weapon, please? Thank you. No. But yeah, it's just really fun to kind of just chill to play the game, and because there's so many side quests and gigs that you can do, and it's pretty fun. I think the build I'm going for right now is just like a heavy weapons guy kind of build. I know it's not obvious using the smart rifle. I'll be honest, I don't like the smart rifle just because um, I don't like tracking. I prefer to aim myself. I think it's more fun that way, but it's still cool to pull out. Kind of reminds me of a Titanfall 2's smart pistol. Another game that honestly I wouldn't mind doing a commentary over. Let me see. Seems like a lot more weapons. Ooh, I could, but it's not iconic. It is better though. Let's do that.
You're an angel sent from heaven, V. The demon-possessed shard's on its way to the client, just like your money's on its way to you. Closing the country.
But I completely forgot what the fuck it was I was talking about. Oh yeah, Titanfall is another game I'd want to do a commentary over. Not like in the sense of commenting on gameplay, just kind of talking. I think I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Maybe I'll just do one more gig recorded. But if this is more or less the end of what my conversation topic, now it's just gonna be me kind of playing the game. and whatever else I end up rambling about while playing the game. My last video had really quiet audio on my mic, so hopefully it's not like that anymore. That's what I'm hoping. But if it is, I'll still upload the video and I'll just fix it on the next one, hopefully. But yeah, I think from here I'm just gonna be mainly quiet. Maybe add a few bits of commentary here and there. Just play the game. So I guess sit back and enjoy, I guess, if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video I make.
Kaboom! Sawyer still my cheek.
Won't lie, V. I got a shit job for you. Political meeting. You'll need to grab some dirty docs on Javier Alvarado, advisor to the mayor. Intel says you'll find them in the office of El Pinche Moyo. Valentino run joint. Want more details? Scan the attachment.
Taste the love! Don't make trouble. Be
¿Qué fue eso?
Ah, shit. Yeah, this guy looks like an artist I found is in this game. So there's this guy like called Nate No Face. He makes like synth punk music. It's pretty cool stuff. It's very edge oriented. I was asking him on Instagram because I saw I saw in a story he was playing his music, and I was like, yo, it's a cool fucking thought because I had been playing cyberpunk at the time. This would be absolutely fucking badass in a cyberpunk game. And lo and behold, it in fact was in the game. It's I'm trying to remember. It's called Turf. The song's called Turf. He does it with Ho 9909, I think it is.
Take the ballot. Think they're actually making a choice. Only ever been one
But
choice.
it was pretty cool. I was like, oh shit, no way, you're in that.
Same shit.
Like, I was just thinking, like, dude, your music would sound fucking awesome in that game. And lo and behold, it's in the game.
Flawless, V. All according to plan. Glad I can count on you. Contract closed.
Nice, 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 nice. Alright, I just wanted to... I gotta rewatch this video later to make sure I didn't say anything fucking stupid before I upload it. But I just wanna leave a disclaimer here. Actually, I'll record this separate. I'm gonna end the video here. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Once again, this video is unedited, just because that's how I like to leave the videos when I make these. But thanks for watching. If anybody who was mentioned in this video one way or another, if they think they were mentioned in this video, I don't mind taking it down if it is an issue, or if you don't want it up, just let me know, shoot me a message. But I think that's all I really have to say. Thanks. Bye.